Welcome to the security module of our web application course. You'll learn increasingly complex security topics, creating a toolkit for yourself to apply security to the applications that you want to build. You'll start off with a basic concept. The simplest possible thing would be a password. And then we're going to add on additional features onto the security so that the security level can match your needs. For some projects, you might just want something that is fast and simple. For other projects, you may want more complex security to deal with additional features that you want, such as adding multiple users. For example, if you went into a restaurant, sometimes you might want something simple, like a basic hamburger. This would be equivalent in our learning path to just a single password, and we're going to store it in something called an environmental variable. If you go into a same restaurant and you want something a little bit more special, you might add cheese onto the cheeseburger, and the same way that we're going to apply a technique called hashing the passwords. And then get into the double burger, which is much more filling. We're going to add a feature onto our security called JSON Web Token. And if you want the full meal, we will build out a full SQL server to store the hashed passwords along with the JWT or JSON Web Token. This module is focused on web applications only. We're using Python, both the front end and the back end. The basic burger level is you have a browser. It has a password box. You put the password into the box, and the password is authenticated on the server using a secret password that's in the environmental variable on the server. The next level up is the cheeseburger level, where we have multiple users. We're going to start up another Python server. This one will be an API server. And on the API server, we're going to have hashed passwords. Hashed passwords are passwords that have been transformed into unreadable data and cannot be reversed, such that even if someone hacks into your server, somehow gets the passwords are unreadable. And we'll show you how to hash the passwords. This is a similar concept to encryption, but in encryption, the passwords can be decrypted. So when it's hashed, it's one way, and they cannot be decrypted. At the double burger level, we're going to add more features onto our security system. We're going to use something called a JSON Web Token, which is a string. So it's a string that is generated on your API server that is sent back to the browser. The browser then uses that string, so it's like this long piece of random characters, back to the API server on every request. The API server verifies that the string matches the hashed table, and then we'll provide it with the data. This technique allows for you to build, in my opinion, easier, more scalable applications. You can use the API services across multiple servers if you need to. It's also easier, in my opinion, to build different types of client types, such as web, mobile, and desktop. This is with the JWT or JSON Web Token technique. All right, then we have the full meal. So you have the double burger plus the fries and the drink to build a scalable data system where we store the user data and the hashed passwords. So remember, the hashed passwords cannot be changed back into the normal password. We're going to store everything into a SQL database. So we are going to have database level control over the hash passwords plus the API validation. We'll have the same security model across web, mobile, and desktop clients. I'm going to put this slide in this free course. There's no credit card required. It's called Industry Projects with Python. And the URL is industry-python.thinkific.com. It's just easier to organize it here. So you go to the course, you click Enroll Now, and you sign up with one of the mechanisms here. And then on the left-hand panel here, we have different chapters. And I'm going to be putting this into the security chapter. I'll create chapter 14 over here, and I'll call it security. I'll put this slide in as well as the code and additional tips as we build out the course. So see you there.